I don't read books. I'm actually famous for saying I've read one book in my life. In my adult life, I've read one book, and I was in a jail cell. So I had nothing else to do. So I don't read books.
Which book was it?
It was an awful book. I think it was called, I can't remember the name of it. I've told this story before and someone found it in the comments, but it was a terrible story about a UN negotiator, a woman who was in New York, and she had been fired from the UN because she made this big mistake. And then the UN needed her back because she was the best negotiator.
Yeah.
And they got her back, and they kept talking about, I wish I didn't make the big mistake. And for 2/3 of the book, it's like she's so good at her job, but what was this big mistake? And it turns out she was negotiating between two African warlord tribes, and she ended up sleeping with one of the warlords. And when you get this big revelation, you're like, oh, so you're just a warlord in the middle of a negotiation? Like, how did that even happen? What
You were so interested, and then you just realized,
like, how charming was this guy? He's a mass murderer. Like,